Welcome to day 5 of our journey. Just after midnight, we crossed back into New York State from Vermont, driving over the Lake Champlain Bridge.
Welcome to New York.
A quick time check told us we had about 6 hours to go to reach our destination. The roads were dark but peaceful. The quiet gave space for reflection. As the morning mist rolled in, we were greeted by the sunrise over upstate New York. And then road signs began to change, and we knew we were getting closer to Niagara Falls. It was July 5th, and although the US holiday had passed, the town was still buzzing. Tour buses, families, cameras, everyone chasing the experience of what's sometimes called the eighth wonder of the world. Parking wasn't easy, but eventually we found a spot and stepped into this wonder. Flashback to July 4, 2018. Angel and I visited this same place, just the two of us, during our 48th state road trip. Returning to this moment 7 years later, around the same time of the year, was nowhere in our planning, and now with our 3 sons, seemed a bit surreal. Our youngest, Angel, stood wide-eyed and awestruck.
Daddy, where is all the water coming from?
That question led us into an impromptu science class, explaining how water flowing over Niagara Falls comes from the Great Lakes. Streams and rivers feed Lake Superior, Michigan, and Huron, which drain into Lake Erie. From there, the Niagara River carries water north over Niagara Falls, then into Lake Ontario. It then flows into the St. Lawrence River and eventually reaches the Atlantic Ocean. The sound of over 700,000 gallons per second of water crashing down is almost unexplainable. You don't just hear it, you feel it. Its power, its beauty, God's handiwork on full display. And then, in true road trip fashion, came the bathroom story. There's something about the sound of water that wakes up the bladder. Thankfully, the Niagara Falls restroom was clean and well kept. Photos were a must, and Angel insisted on climbing onto the ledge for the perfect pose. And we let him. Leaving the falls, we passed the Peace Bridge, a connector between the US and Canada. It was built to honor 100 years of peace between the nations, an evident reminder to us as well of the importance of always building meaningful bridges in life. Later on the drive to Ohio, we passed a FedEx truck, which sparked a memory. When Jahazia was in kindergarten, Angel pointed out the arrow hidden in the FedEx logo. He replied, "Yes, Daddy, but do you see the spoon in the E?" Angel didn't. Not at first. But Jahazia was right. Sometimes the smallest details hold the greatest insights. Perspective is everything. Then we saw something rare to us. An Amish buggy pulled by a horse on the main road, riding quietly beside modern cars and hybrid engines. 2 worlds side by side, a visual contrast, yet peaceful coexistence. As we neared Ohio, the skies were breathtaking. Clouds glowing with light, almost like heaven winking at us. And sometimes that's enough to keep going. When we crossed into Ohio, we stopped at the Welcome Center and reflected on how much our boys had bonded. No toys needed, very little screen time, just shared snacks, laughs, and lots of road time. It was beautiful to see them relying on each other. We arrived at our hotel in Columbus, ready to rest. In a spirit of competition with Amaziah, Angel insisted on carrying his own backpack, ensuring that he's doing his part as well. We did a mini tour, and the boys rated this the best hotel so far. Maybe it was the decor, or maybe it was just the joy of arriving safely. Day 5 brought us to state number 19, Ohio. the state that calls itself the heart of it all. We only crossed one state today, but it gave us everything we needed: rest, reflection, and renewal. We're incredibly grateful to all of you who are supporting this journey. Stay tuned as we continue across 21 states in 12 days. And if you've been inspired, please like, comment, share, or subscribe.
Subscribe!